Okay, don't know why we had a little glitch there. It's sports and technology don't normally go together, that's probably why. So we've done the first two learning outcomes there, Connor. Gave me some great answers. Clearly understand about preparing and planning, and I think your session plans certainly back that up. The next learning outcome is be able to plan activity sessions. I see you do. I see you collect information. You send me emails. You make sure that plans have realistic objectives, sequences, timings. We're not trying to reinvent a wheel. We keep it quite basic for these short sessions. Health and safety is fine in the plans. You're aware of equipment, facilities, and the time you have. And you've got approval for the plans from them, so yeah, they're good, Connor. We're going to move on now to learning outcome 4 about preparing yourself for activity sessions. So what about why is it important to have your own plans for the session and other essential information readily available?
It's important to have it, already readily available. So if you forget something, you can have a quick look. It reminds you of what you want to be doing and when you want to be doing it, and it's always just good to keep it there as a reminder of what you're working towards.
Yeah, I agree with that. Other essential information, what could that include?
Medical information. Just
would you have that? Or would someone
no?
else have
That would be too. It's confidential again. So
but we'd expect the staff where the learners come from to have that information.
They would.
Because they never leave the session. So, so yeah, levels of personal competence and the types of quals required to lead the sessions that are being prepared. So you were preparing some bocce sessions, weren't you? And delivering bocce. So what sort of qualifications do you have that say that Connor Lewis can sort of deliver those?
Well, I have a sports leader qualification.
Level
1.
And yes, so you've got sports leaders level 1.
And then obviously I'm doing in the middle of this qualification.
Exactly. A lot of judo coaching background previous?
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was... I started coaching when I was about 15, 16. Obviously under supervision.
And another course you did in your first year, quite early on,
bocce leaders.
A bocce leaders qualification. So you have the sports leaders level 1, you have the bocce leaders qualification, that are all quals that allow you to deliver under direct supervision, and that's exactly what you were doing. So or assisting the leader. But we like to stretch and challenge you, Connor, and that's why we're pushing you to lead, because you've got a lot of skills in that area. Any other qualifications that you've done a bit of training this year that certainly helps with it? If you think of some with RBA support manager Mark Morton, do you remember the qualification you did with him?
Yeah, I did safeguarding and then an EDI.
So you've done training around equality and diversity, you've done training around safeguarding, keeping your participants safe, making sure that you're safe at all times. So those sort of things, Connor, are absolutely fine for what you've been delivering, so well done. So I found this question quite interesting. Describe the physical and mental demands of leading the planned sessions. So do you find it demanding, or? Because if we think physically, Connor, you've had your own issues to deal with over the last couple of years in terms of physical disability. I just wonder if it is something you found demanding, or?
I personally find it quite difficult to keep up physically because of my physical disabilities. Just learning to walk and stuff, it can be quite hard to keep up with students who can, perfectly able. Mentally, I don't. Sometimes it can be a bit stressful, depending on the session. I found I'm quite comfortable teaching bocce, so I never really stress about that. But during school sports week, I was asked to teach Gaelic handball, and that put me under some pressure because I'd never done the sport before and it was very new to me. So I felt a lot more, I felt a lot more pressure in that session because I wanted to get it right. But as in like boccia and things, because I've done it so many times, it doesn't affect me.
And brilliant, Connor, brilliant. But also it was Friday lunchtimes as well, wasn't it? They were asking you to sort of give up your lunch to sort of lead these sessions. I mean, is that awkward? Do we have to make arrangements for anything?
Well, we had to change my lunch time a bit. We had to give me lengthen it before so I could get something to eat and then, But yeah, that could be a bit stressful sometimes, but we figured it out.
Okay, right. So, moving on to outcome 6, now how to prepare equipment and facilities for the activity sessions. So, one of the questions is list the types of equipment and facilities that are needed for the planned sessions. So the facility is quite simple, I presume. It's
Portland Leisure Centre.
Portland College Leisure Centre. Also the Muga, so we could adapt it like we did. We went out with Muga for school sport.
Yeah.
But the sort of sessions that you've mainly delivered have been in our leisure centre. And then, so what sort of equipments have you used within them sessions?
Oh, well, we use a wide range of equipment, so just like in bocce sessions we'd use bocce balls, we'd use the chairs, we'd use the measuring sticks.
Measuring sticks, yes.
Yeah. Can't remember what they're called. Use the baton.
Measure's fine.
Yeah.
We just call it a measure.
But
I think you do yourself an injustice there to your planned bocce sessions. Yes, you use the bocce balls and you've got the bocce equipment, but whenever I've observed those sessions, there's always different bits of equipment on the court that help make your bocce sessions so good.
Yeah, we'd use things for different skill games.
Okay.
So in the past we've used hoops to get the balls in, we've used targets that you can put on the floor and then try and get in. We've used a wide range of equipment.
I've seen you use skittles, is that right? I've seen you use
skittles that we knock over. And then, if we need to, we can use more specialised equipment like the bocce ramps that we've got there. So we've used a massive range of equipment in those sessions.
Excellent. Just going to try and catch out what equipment you need for Gaelic handball that you delivered on School Sport Week.
So we used the 2 nets, like little football nets. We used the Gaelic handball, and we used bibs. Yeah. What else did we use? Cones.
What sort of ball?
It's a soft ball.
Soft volleyball. Brilliant. This question, state how to choose equipment that will be appropriate to a particular group. How would we do that? Bear in mind you haven't met this group and you've got a bit of information about them, so how do we actually choose the equipment that we're going to use?
So it's very dependent on their level of comprehension and physical abilities. Like I wouldn't get a very high level group, a level 2 group, and then put bocce ramps in front of them because they're able to throw and. But I wouldn't get out. I wouldn't expect someone of a lower level who can't really move as much to be throwing them. So you have to look at what is appropriate for them, and
So was that done in the first session? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you need a few. You need a little bit to make that judgment, and
so always carry out an assessment.
Yeah.
Brilliant. How would you? I think I've asked you this question before. I probably got this on video about checking the equipment and the facilities down there.
Yeah. You need to do a risk assessment. Is the first thing. You've got to check
on the venue.
Yeah. You've got to make sure the area is safe. That you've got to make sure that there aren't any trip hazards. Everything is as safe as possible for the participants. And you should always check over your equipment before you use it. Make sure that there's nothing to break.
And who would you report? Because we do have quite a bit of problem with our equipment, but it's not always treated bestly, and due to a lot of people's learning levels and different abilities physically. A lot of our equipment does take a bit of stick, if you like, and does.
Yeah.
So I would, if you came across, for example, a bocce ramp that maybe costs £1,000 and that maybe broke, what would you do at that point? If you're in the store cupboard, you're like, oh, what's happened to this?
I'd have to report it to the head of the sport, who is you.
Yeah. So you'd bring it to me, and we'd maybe make a judgment from that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just totally flip that then to you might be wanting to use some flat cones, and one of those got a broke or got a slit in it or something like that. What would you do with that?
I put it to one side. You don't really need to report something like that, because the difference is you've got a £1,000 bocce ramp and maybe like a 25-50p cone.
Well, we've got hundreds of.
Yeah.
And then again, I'd expect you to make that judgment, and I'd back that judgment. Dave, I've just got rid of a cone. It was unsafe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't like to think you'd say, Dave, I've just got rid of a bocce ramp. It's unsafe.
Yeah.
Like you say, but it sounds like you're aware of what equipment you could just maybe make your own judgment on, throw away, and then there's types of equipment where you would have to say,
yeah.
Dave, can you come and have a look at this? What else? Nearly through it, Connor. Outline why participants potentially should help to prepare facilities and equipment. And I know that in these sessions, I don't suppose half an hour session, I don't suppose you really get a chance for them to come in and prepare facilities and equipment. But do you think, this is saying they should maybe help to prepare facilities and equipment?
I think if we could, it would be very beneficial. It teaches them responsibility, and it also gives them knowledge of the sport. Saying bocce, it teaches you what chairs would have, what colour balls, goes red, blue. It teaches them, the rules of the game. It teaches them how to set up in the future. It just gives them that knowledge and responsibility that could really help them develop.
Brilliant, Connor. Thank you very much, Connor. I think that's. There's one about the local environment here. Describe how to identify whether and how the local environment could be harmed by the sessions. Now, those sessions in our leisure centre. So there are things we would potentially have to cover, and I think one big thing, and we've just done a big project around it, and we're inviting people in, and they're using a particular product, maybe a lot of
plastic cups.
Plastic cups. It's a big thing at the minute at our college, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, we encourage people to come in, help yourself to a drink at the water cooler, and everyone just starts drinking plastic cups. If they want 2 drinks, they'll use 2 plastic cups instead of having a drink and throwing one away. So, but I know you dealt with that and got round that, which I were quite impressed by, because you spoke to Bracknell and asked them to do what? You remember? Decided it for school sport week from that point?
We encouraged them to bring their own plastic bottles. Refillable plastic bottles in, so obviously we're not using as many of our plastic cups.
Obviously then we have other things, they travel in, but they come on one minibus, so that's cutting down into it, rather than 9-10 different people arriving in separate cars.
Yep.
So, and then we also have the bits energy we use in the leisure centre, I presume, over that lunchtime. But if that session wasn't in there would be another session in there anyway. So it wouldn't be like we're just turning the lights on for that specific session.
Yeah.
So no, good. So you identified what could be done to protect us from a bit more harm by saying let's bring some plastic bottles in, which was refillable bottles. And from September, as you know, Connor, we're going to ban plastic cups totally in relation to which is a great move and something you've been involved in, Connor, so well done. Connor, that for me concludes D21. I think it's quite clear that you understand the need to prepare for activity sessions and why you do. Like I say, you've wrote some very good session plans. I've observed you deliver some excellent sessions. You've not only delivered on this programme, but you've also sort of managed it, and you've also ensured that the other guys have had session plans. You've checked over their session plans, you've observed them, and you've given them a bit of feedback as well, I think, about, was it Harrison and Shannon over term 1?
Yeah.
Max and James,
and
then Matt Humphries. So over 3 terms between yourself and 6-7 other learners, I think you've done a really good job. And to do a really good job, you have to prepare and plan properly, and I think you guys have. So well done. Well done on D21. Thank you very much. GoPro, stop recording.